Have you ever wondered what it would feel like to drift weightless through space, orbiting the sun while the planets whisper their secrets to you? Picture this. Our solar system is a vast, ancient dance floor where 8 worlds spin in perfect harmony, each hiding mind-blowing facts that could change how you see the universe forever. Tonight, let's embark on a gentle journey to fall asleep among them with dreamy truths that soothe your mind. I'm your cosmic guide, sharing these wonders in a calm, starry voice. If you love drifting off to space stories like this, hit subscribe to our channel for more peaceful adventures. Now relax, breathe deeply, and let's begin orbiting the sun together. Close your eyes and float away from Earth. Hey there, friend. Imagine we're right here together, just you and me, leaving the hustle of daily life behind. Feel that gentle tug as gravity loosens its grip. It's like when you're in bed, covers pulled up, and the world fades. Earth below us looks so small now, a swirling blue marble dotted with greens and whites, spinning at 1,000 miles an hour. But from up here, it's peaceful. Did you know our planet hurtles through space at 67,000 miles per hour around the sun? Yeah, mind-blowing, right? Yet we don't feel it because everything moves with us. Think about your own life, rushing through days, but in quiet moments, like now, you can pause and float. As we drift, let go of worries. They're tiny specks compared to this vastness. Breathe in the cool, silent void. It's like a soft blanket wrapping around you. We're heading outward, past the atmosphere where stars twinkle clearer. Remember that time you lay on grass staring at the sky? This is that, but real, weightless, free. The moon waves goodbye, its craters like old stories etched in stone. Feel your body relaxing, muscles unwinding as we accelerate gently. No rush, space is patient. Our journey starts slow, building dreams. Earth's oceans rock below, cradling life for billions of years. You're part of that miracle, a speck of stardust alive and aware. Let thoughts drift like clouds. We're escaping to explore siblings in this solar family. The air up here is crisp, imaginary, but real in your mind. Inhale peace, exhale tension. We're floating now, hand in hand, metaphorically, toward wonders. This escape is yours, safe, serene. As Earth shrinks, feel connected to everything. Stars nod approval, their ancient lights from eons ago. Your heartbeat syncs with the universe's rhythm. Ready for more? We're just beginning. Float on, dreamer, sleep awaits in the stars. Keep breathing steadily, let eyelids grow heavy. This is your personal cosmos, tailored for rest. Imagine floating in a warm pool, but infinite. Earth's pull fades, freedom embraces you. You're safe here with me. Let's keep drifting, one gentle push at a time. Let's drift together into the quiet darkness. Oh, listen, can you hear that? The absolute silence of space wrapping around us like a velvet curtain. It's not scary, it's comforting. Like the hush before dawn when the world sleeps. We're companions in this void, you and I, sharing this intimate escape. Feel the darkness? It's alive with possibilities dotted by distant stars like fireflies in a meadow. Did you know space is mostly empty, with galaxies billions of light years apart? Yet here we are, connected by this journey. Think of your own quiet moments. Alone in bed, mind wandering. That's this, amplified. As we drift, let worries dissolve into nothingness. The quiet invites reflection. Remember a peaceful walk at night. Stars above, crickets singing softly. Here, no sounds, just pure calm. Our speed increases subtly but smoothly, like gliding on ice. Breathe with me. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Feel tension melt. The darkness hides treasures. Planets await like hidden gems. You're not alone. I'm guiding you gently. Imagine holding a warm mug, steam rising, that coziness is here. Space's quiet teaches us to listen inward, your thoughts slow, sinking with the eternal flow. Stars whisper ancient tales, one exploded to create elements in your body. You're cosmic. Relate to that? We all are. Drift deeper, let limbs grow heavy. No light pollution, pure blackness soothes eyes. We're partners in this adventure, chatting softly in minds. Feel the pull toward adventure? It's gentle, inviting. Darkness isn't empty, it's full of potential dreams. As we move, recall childhood wonder at night skies. Recapture that innocence. Breathe deeper. Relaxation spreads from toes to head. This quiet is healing, mending day's chaos. You're floating effortlessly now, body supported by invisible hands. Let's savor this moment together. Pure, unhurried peace. The universe expands around us, but we're centered. Feel grateful? I do, sharing this with you. Onward we go into welcoming shadows. Sleep edges closer, like a friend approaching. Keep drifting, I'm right here. The sun whispers goodnight with its soft golden light. Shh, do you feel that warm glow fading gently? The sun, our star, bids us farewell like a loving parent tucking in the solar system. It's massive, could fit 1,000,000 Earths inside, yet from here it's a soft lantern in the distance. We're orbiting it now, caught in its gentle gravity hug. Think of sunset on a beach, that golden hue, painting everything serene. That's this light wrapping us in comfort. Did you know the sun's light takes 8 minutes to reach Earth? So what we see is the past, a delayed whisper. Relatable, huh? Like memories lighting our paths. As it dims for our journey, feel its energy lingering, fueling dreams. Breathe in that warmth, it's life-giving, turning hydrogen to helium in fusion dances. You're made from its stardust too. Imagine chatting with the sun. Rest now, little ones, I'll shine tomorrow. Its surface bubbles like a calm sea, spots like freckles. No harsh glare here, just soft gold easing us into night. Your skin tingles imaginarily with its rays. Let go, the light guides without overwhelming. Stars beyond mimic it, but ours is home. Feel secure? I do, it's been steady for 4.6 billion years. As we pull away slightly, the light softens to amber, perfect for dozing. Recall cozy evenings by firelight? This is cosmic version. The sun's corona, invisible usually, flares beautifully in eclipses, mind-blowing beauty. We're safe in its orbit, looping eternally. Breathe out stress, inhale tranquility. The light fades to twilight hues, signaling rest. You're drifting with me, hand extended in spirit. This whisper is personal, just for you tonight. Feel eyelids droop? Good. Surrender to it. The sun sustains all planets we'll visit, a quiet powerhouse. Its gravity keeps everything in place like a family's bond. Relate to that stability. We all crave it. As golden fades to silver starlight, peace deepens. Keep floating, the whisper echoes softly. First, we visit tiny Mercury, the speedy dreamer. Hey, look ahead, there's Mercury, zipping around like a playful child chasing the sun. Smallest planet, rocky and cratered, but oh so full of dreams. It's closest to our star, orbiting in just 88 Earth days. Imagine living where years fly by. Yet days drag, one lasts 176. Earth days, sunrises twice per day, due to quirky spin. Relatable? Like those long work days that stretch forever. Mercury's surface hits 800 degrees Fahrenheit daytime, drops to -290 at night. Extreme, but it dreams steadily. No atmosphere to hold heat. It's bare, honest. Think of yourself, stripped of distractions, facing truths. We're approaching gently, feel its pull. Craters tell stories of ancient impacts like scars from life's battles. Calories Basin, huge crater from a massive hit, now a peaceful plain. Mercury whispers, speed through life, but pause to dream. Its core is iron, massive for size, makes it dense, like a heavyweight champ in tiny form. Mind-blowing. It's shrinking slowly as core cools. Relate to personal growth? We evolved too, no moons, solitary dreamer, but it has a thin exosphere, sodium glowing faintly. Imagine walking there, leaps high in low gravity, but we'd boil or freeze. From here, safe floating, it's beautiful. Sun looms huge, 3 times Earth's view. Breathe. Let Mercury's speed inspire quick dreams tonight. You're connecting with it, feeling its rhythm. Ancient Romans named it for swift messenger god. Fits perfectly. As we circle, notice wrinkled cliffs from contraction, like laugh lines on a wise face. This tiny world teaches resilience. Float closer, absorb its energy without burn. We're companions, you and I, marveling together. Mercury dreams of visitors. Tonight, we're there in spirit. Relaxation deepens, body sinks into imaginary hammock. Keep listening, its facts soothe like lullabies. Mercury dances closest to the sun, but never gets too hot to dream. Ah, see how Mercury twirls gracefully, locked in a 3-2 spin orbit resonance. Spins 3 times for every 2 orbits. Clever way to stay cool enough for dreams amid heat. Surface scarred but serene, like a dancer's calloused feet. Temperatures swing wildly, but poles have ice in shadowed craters. Water from comets, frozen forever. Mind-blowing, ice on the hottest planet. Relate to hidden strengths. We all have cool spots in fiery lives. Mercury's magnetic field, though weak, shields some solar wind. It's like a quiet rebel against the sun's fury. Imagine whispering to it, "How do you endure?" It replies in facts. Core generates that field, still molten after billions of years. No thick air. Meteors hit full force, creating rays of ejecta like fireworks frozen in time. From our vantage, it's poetic. Breathe deeply. Let its endurance inspire. Sun's glare intense here, but Mercury adapts. Dark side cools rapidly. Think of your own balances. Work hard, rest deep. It's tidally locked-ish, but not fully. Sun hangs in sky for days. Dreams persist in extremes. Mariner 10 and Messenger probes revealed its secrets. Wrinkled terrain, volcanic past. Once active, now dormant, dreaming of eruptions. You're floating nearby, safe from heat, absorbing wonder. Feel connected? This planet's story mirrors human perseverance. No rings or moons, pure simplicity. Its composition, mostly metal, little rock, unique sibling. As we observe, relaxation flows, limbs heavy, mind light. Mercury teaches dance close to passions without burning out. Keep drifting with me, its facts lull you. Sun's warmth tempered here in imagination. Breathe out, release day's heat. This dreamy dancer invites sleep, spinning eternally. You know that feeling when you're lying in bed and the day finally lets go of you? That's what's happening right now. We're gliding away from Mercury's silver-grey sparkle, and the sun's fierce hug starts to loosen. The light turns from white-hot to a creamy gold, like someone just dimmed the lamp in your room. Ahead of us, a pearl is glowing brighter and brighter. That's Venus. Hey, look how gently she shines. She's the first thing sailors and poets see when night falls, and the last thing they see before dawn. People on Earth call her the evening star or the morning star, never knowing she's actually a whole world wrapped in thick, dreamy clouds. Right now, she's waiting for us, spinning so slowly you could walk faster than she turns. Can you feel the temperature rising just a little? It's cozy, like stepping into a warm bath. Venus is saying, "Come closer, little dreamer." I've been keeping these secrets for billions of years, and honestly, she looks soft. She, like you could land on those clouds and sink into the fluffiest pillow ever. But we both know the truth, don't we? Those clouds are made of sulfuric acid, and the air below presses down 90 times harder than home. It's the most loving, deadly hug in the solar system. Still, from up here, it's pure beauty. The light bounces off her clouds and floods space with this gentle, buttery glow that makes you want to sigh and close your eyes. Breathe with me, in and out. Feel how the light wraps around your shoulders. Venus is the planet of love for a reason. She knows how to make you feel held. Let her light smooth away the sharp edges of the day. You're safe floating here with me, far enough away that her warmth is perfect, close enough that her brightness feels like a bedtime story being read just for you. Shh. She's starting to tell it now. Okay, whisper this with me. Venus spins backwards. Yeah, the sun rises in the west and sets in the east over there. Imagine waking up every morning and the whole sky is doing the opposite of what you expect. It's like the universe decided to be playful just to keep us humble. Most planets turn the same way the sun spins, but Venus said, nah, I'm going my own way. Scientists think a huge smash-up billions of years ago flipped her over, and now she's the quiet rebel of the family. I love that about her, don't you? She's teaching us it's okay to go against the flow sometimes. Right now we're drifting above her cloud tops, and the light is so thick it feels like swimming through warm milk. The clouds swirl in slow, lazy ribbons, yellow, cream, a touch of peach. If you watch long enough, you can see soft shadows moving across them like whales under the surface of an ocean. And the best part? Because she spins so slowly, the day and night blend together in this endless golden dusk. One single day on Venus lasts longer than 243 Earth days. Think about that. Your birthday could come and go twice before the sun even thinks about setting. It's the ultimate long, slow weekend. No rush, no alarm clocks, just this creamy light rocking you back and forth. Let your shoulders drop, let your jaw go soft. Feel how the backward spin almost pulls your worries in the opposite direction, unraveling them like ribbon. Venus is holding space for you to simply be. No need to spin the right way tonight. Just float here with me and let the planet turn however she wants. You're allowed to rest in the middle of all that gentle rebellion. Listen, can you hear the soft hiss? That's Venus raining. Except it's not the kind of rain that cools your skin on a summer night. Up here in the clouds, it's droplets of sulfuric acid, falling so slowly because the air is so thick. They drift down like tiny golden snowflakes, and they never reach the ground. About 25 kilometers up, they get so hot they evaporate into mist again. So Venus has been crying these acid tears for millions of years, and they just keep floating, never quite landing, never quite stopping. It's strangely comforting, isn't it? Like the planet itself is stuck in a long, slow exhale. Down below the clouds, the ground is hidden, crushed under pressure that would turn you into a pancake in less than a second, baked at almost 900 degrees Fahrenheit. Yet somehow, knowing all that danger is wrapped inside the most beautiful glow in the sky makes everything feel peaceful. Because beauty and danger can live together, and still the light keeps shining. Still the clouds keep swirling, still the acid keeps falling and rising in its endless cycle. Let that rhythm rock you in. The tears fall out, they rise again. Your own difficult feelings are like that sometimes, aren't they? Heavy, burning, but if you give them enough space, they evaporate before they ever truly hurt you. Venus is showing us how. Just keep breathing with her slow, backwards heartbeat. Let the golden haze fill your lungs with quiet forgiveness. You don't have to fix anything tonight. You don't have to land. Just drift in the rain that never touches you. wrapped in the warmest, softest light in the solar system. We're going lower now, slipping through a gap in the clouds where the light turns greenish for just a moment. Look down, there's the surface of Venus, the real ground nobody has ever walked on and come back to tell about. It's a desert of rusty reds and burnt oranges, smooth in some places, cracked like dried mud in others. There are thousands of volcanoes, some as tall as mountains on Earth, but they sleep so deeply you'd never know they once poured rivers of lava. The Russian probes that landed here in the 70s and 80s only survived a couple of hours before the heat and pressure melted them, yet they sent back pictures of a landscape that looks exactly like a quiet afternoon on another world. Flat plains, gentle hills, rocks scattered like someone was gardening billions of years ago and then just stopped. The sky above those probes was bright orange, thick as soup. Imagine standing there, we can't, but we can dream, feeling the ground warm through your boots, hearing nothing but your own breath inside a suit, watching the sun hang huge and low, barely moving. It's the loneliest, most peaceful place you'll never visit. And up here, floating safely, we can borrow that stillness. Let the orange light wash over you. Let the silence of those empty plains fill your ears. There's no wind, no birds, no voices, just the slow heartbeat of a world that decided long ago to take its time. Your thoughts can spread out across those lava fields and cool down. Your racing mind can lie flat like those ancient flows. Venus is giving you permission to stop moving for a while. Just exist, just be warm and quiet and held by something enormous that asks nothing of you. Breathe in the thick, imaginary air. Breathe out everything you've been carrying. Stay here as long as you need. Time to say goodnight to Venus. We're rising again, gently, like a balloon let go in slow motion. The clouds close beneath us and turn back into that perfect cream color. The backward spin tries to tug us one last time, but we're too far now. Her gravity kisses our heels and lets go. Look back. See how she hangs there, brighter than any star, glowing with her own light, even though she's just reflecting the sun. She's the only planet that can trick you into thinking she's a moon, or a lantern, or a promise someone hung in the sky for you. And for the next few minutes, as we drift toward the next chapter of our journey, her light is going to follow us. It's going to bounce off the inside of your eyelids every time you blink. It's going to stay tucked behind your thoughts like a warm hand on your back. Venus doesn't rush goodbyes. She lingers. She shines long after you've turned away. So let her. Let that gentle glow travel with you. Let it remind you that even the most intense places can give the softest light. Let it smooth the path toward whatever comes next. We're leaving her now, but we're carrying her peace. Feel it settling in your chest. That's the gift of the backwards planet, the acid raining, volcano sleeping, forever golden world. She's tucked you in with her brightest smile and whispered, "Dream easy, little traveler. I'll still be here when you open your eyes tomorrow night." And she will. She always is. Now breathe once more with her slow, loving rhythm. And let's float on, lighter than before, toward the pale blue dot we call home. The golden blanket of Venus slips away like warm sheets in the morning, and suddenly the light changes. It turns cool, gentle, almost shy. There, suspended in the velvet black, is the most beautiful thing you'll ever see. A small, swirling marble of blue and white, wrapped in the thinnest veil of air. Earth. Our Earth. From this distance, she looks so fragile you could cup her in your hands, yet she's been spinning perfectly for 4.5 billion years without ever needing us to hold her. Look closer. Do you see the oceans shimmering like liquid sapphire? They cover almost 3/4 of her skin, rocking and breathing the way your chest does right now. Every breath you take came from those oceans once, from tiny plants too small to see that turned sunlight into air. You and the sea are old friends. You just forgot for a little while. The clouds drift across her face like slow thoughts, curling over continents the way your hair falls across a pillow. At night you can spot the faint, golden threads of cities, proof that billions of hearts are beating down there, all tucked into beds just like you. Feel that tug in your chest? That's belonging. That's home calling your name without words. We're close enough now that you can almost hear the hush of waves on some distant shore. Let that sound wash over you. Let the blue fill your eyes until there's nothing left but calm. Earth is singing the oldest lullaby in the universe. You are safe. You are held. Sleep now. We're drifting lower, sliding through the silence until the curve of the planet fills everything. Look at how gently the sunlight touches the edge, turning the atmosphere into a thin ring of rose and gold. That tiny glowing line is all that keeps every living thing alive. One soft halo, thinner than a soap bubble, and inside it are forests breathing, children laughing, rain falling on warm roofs. It's almost too much wonder for one heart to carry. But you can. You do every day. Right now, somewhere down there, someone is falling asleep under the same sky you're floating above. Someone else is looking up at the stars, wondering if anyone else is out there. Tell them yes. Whisper it into the night. We're right here, floating above the clouds, watching over them the way the planet watches over us. The moon is rising on the horizon now, huge and silver, pulling the oceans the way sleep pulls at your eyelids. Feel that pull. Let it rock you. Let the tides inside your own body answer the moon's quiet call. In, out, in, out. The whole world is breathing with you. Every tree, every whale, every blade of grass. You are not separate. You are the blue planet dreaming. And tonight, she's dreaming you back to sleep. Rest your head on her shoulder. Let her carry you. There's something magical about seeing Earth from space that nobody ever warns you about. She looks alive, really alive. The clouds move like living things, curling and uncurling like fingers. Lightning flickers inside them, soft and distant, like fireflies in a jar. Swirls of white spin over the poles, slow dances that take months to finish one turn. And beneath it all, the land glows in patches of green and gold and desert rose. You can almost feel the forests breathing out cool oxygen just for you. Every single breath you're taking right now was once inside a leaf, kissed by sunlight, gifted to the sky. Think about that. The air in your lungs has traveled through storms over the Pacific, danced above the Amazon, whispered across Himalayan snow. You're not just breathing. You're sharing stories with the whole world. Let your next inhale be slow and grateful. Let the out-breath carry away anything heavy. The planet is holding you the way a mother holds a sleeping child, one hand on your back, rocking you gently through space at 67,000 miles an hour. You feel none of it. Only peace, only the soft rise and fall of 7 billion hearts beating together. Close your eyes now and feel them. Feel the quiet hum of life refusing to give up, no matter what. That hum is inside you too. Let it lull you deeper. Night is falling over half the planet now. Watch the Terminator line, that perfect edge between day and night, sweep across continents like a slow curtain. Cities light up one by one, tiny constellations made by human hands. From up here, they look warm and gentle, like embers in a campfire someone forgot to put out. Somewhere down there, a parent is reading a bedtime story. Somewhere a dog is curling up at the foot of a bed. Somewhere waves are kissing sand and pulling back, kissing and pulling back. That rhythm is older than words. Let it find your pulse. Let it slow everything down until your thoughts are as lazy as clouds. The moon is fully up now, pouring silver over the oceans. You can see her reflection stretching across the water like a road made of light. If you wanted, you could walk that road all the way to the horizon. But you don't have to go anywhere. Just lie here on the night side of Earth, wrapped in her dark embrace. The stars are brighter here because there's no city glow to drown them. They're the same stars your ancestors wished on, the same ones that will shine for your grandchildren. Nothing is lost. Everything circles back. Even you. Especially you. Breathe in the cool night air of home. Breathe out everything that no longer belongs to you. You are exactly where you're meant to be. We're going to stay right here for a little while longer, floating above the sleeping half of the world. Look how peaceful it is when most of humanity is dreaming. No traffic, no rushing, just the soft glow of streetlights and the occasional flicker of an airplane carrying someone home. The oceans are black mirrors reflecting starlight. The deserts are silver. Even the ice at the poles glows faintly, like the planet is keeping a nightlight on for itself. Everything is quiet enough that you can almost hear the grass growing. Let that quiet seep into your bones. Let it smooth every wrinkle in your mind. Earth has seen ice ages and warm spells, dinosaurs and dandelions, wars and weddings, and still she spins, still she breathes, still she cradles every one of us without judgment. Tonight she cradles you especially gently. Feel her arms around you? That's gravity, yes, but it's also love. The same force that keeps the moon in orbit keeps you safe in your bed. Nothing can pull you away unless you're ready. And you're not ready. You're sleepy and warm and perfectly held. Let the planet turn beneath us. Let the stars wheel overhead. Let tomorrow wait on the sunrise side of the world. For now there is only this moment, this breath, this soft blue home rocking you like a boat on a midnight sea. Shh. Listen. She's whispering your name in wave sounds and wind sounds and the hush of snow falling somewhere far away. She's saying, I've got you. Sleep, little one, I've got you. And she always will. Come closer now, feel the air change. We're slipping away from Earth's gentle blue embrace and the temperature drops just enough to make you pull an imaginary blanket higher. Ahead of us, a silver coin glides across the darkness, pocked and scarred, but glowing with the softest light you've ever seen. That's the moon. Our moon. She's been following us this whole time, quiet as a cat, waiting for her turn to speak. Look how perfectly round she looks tonight, hanging beside the earth like a loyal friend who never leaves. She's smaller than you remember, only about the size of a small country, yet she moves entire oceans with nothing more than her presence. Right now, she's pulling at the water inside your own body the same way she pulls the tides, soft, steady, impossible to ignore. Can you feel that gentle tug behind your eyes in your chest, in the slow sway of your breathing? That's her saying hello. She doesn't need words, she just shines. And tonight she's shining for you. Every crater you see is an ancient kiss from long ago rocks that crossed the solar system just to say, I was here. The dark patches are old lava seas that cooled billions of years ago when the moon was young and fiery. Now they're calm, smooth, perfect for walking barefoot in your dreams. Imagine stepping onto that grey dust. It would puff up around your feet like talcum powder and leave prints that will stay there forever because there's no wind, no rain, no erosion to brush them away. Your footprints, could outlast civilizations. Let that thought settle in your heart like warm tea. You are leaving something permanent in the universe just by existing. The moon keeps every secret footstep, every rover track, every gentle landing. She keeps them the way your pillow keeps the shape of your head long after you've gone. Breathe in her silver light. Let it cool the last warm thoughts of the day. She's been doing this for 4.5 billion years, rising and setting, waxing and waning, teaching humans how to measure time with nothing but her face. Every culture on Earth has a name for her, a story, a song. She belongs to all of us, and none of us. And right now she belongs especially to you. Let her pull you a little deeper into sleep the way she pulls the sea. Let her quiet glow smooth the edges of everything that felt sharp today. You are tethered to her, as surely as she is tethered to Earth. Nothing can cut that line tonight. Rest against it. Let it rock you. We're drifting along the night side now, where the Earth blocks the sun and the moon wears her thinnest silver smile. This is the new moon's secret side, the one almost nobody thinks about. From here she looks almost invisible, just a faint outline lit by earthshine, sunlight bouncing off our blue oceans and clouds to give her the softest back glow. It's like seeing someone's face in a dark room lit only by the reflection from a phone screen, intimate, private, tender. That light you're seeing right now left the sun, touched the earth, touched every leaf and wave and window, and then travelled all the way here to kiss the moon's hidden face. It's second-hand sunlight, recycled love, and it's enough. It's always enough. Look how gently it outlines the craters, how it turns the edges of mountains into threads of silver. Even in her darkest moment, she is still beautiful. Even when she seems gone, she is still there, still pulling, still keeping promises. That's a kind of love worth remembering, the kind that doesn't need to shout, the kind that shows up quietly every single night, whether you notice or not. Let that love settle over you now. Let it remind you that you don't have to be full and bright every day. Some nights it's okay to be a thin crescent, barely there, gathering strength in the dark. The moon does it every month, and nobody calls her lazy. They call her mysterious. They write poems about her. Let yourself be mysterious tonight. Let yourself be quiet and half-hidden and still completely necessary. The tides don't mind waiting for you to grow full again. The oceans trust the cycle. You can trust it too. Breathe in the cool, faint earth shine. Breathe out every need to shine on command. You are allowed to rest in the shadow of your own life for a little while. The moon is proof that darkness can be gentle and beautiful and absolutely essential. Stay here with her. Let her thin silver arms hold you until you feel weightless. Now watch, we're circling around to where the sun touches her again and she begins to swell. Day by day she gathers light the way you gather blankets when you're cold. First a tiny fingernail clipping of brightness, then a smile, then half a plate, then almost full. Until one night she blazes so round and perfect you can read by her light. That growing glow is hope you can see with your own eyes. No faith required. Just look up and there it is. Proof that things get brighter even when you do nothing but wait. Tonight she's somewhere in between, maybe a gentle gibbous shape, plump and generous, spilling silver across the clouds below like milk across a dark table. Down on earth people are walking home under that light. Lovers are kissing, owls are hunting, babies are nursing, old friends are telling stories on porches. All of it bathed in the same soft glow that's washing over us right now. You're part of that scene, even though you're floating high above it. Your dreams tonight will be made of the same moonlight that's touching every rooftop and every wave. Let it pour into your ears like quiet music. Let it fill the spaces behind your eyes until your thoughts turn silvery and slow. The moon has no sound of her own, no air to carry voices, but somehow she still sings. You feel it more than hear it, a low, steady hum in your bones that says, everything circles, everything returns, nothing is ever really lost. Let that hum become your heartbeat for a while. Let it slow you down the way the moon slows the Earth's spin just a tiny bit every year. Gentle, patient, loving. She's been breaking us softly for billions of years, so days grow longer and life has time to dream. She does it without asking for thanks. That's the kind of love that deserves your complete surrender tonight. Give it to her. Give her every worry you carried into this journey. She'll keep them safe in her quiet craters until you're ready to let them go forever. We're close enough now that you can see the texture of her skin, the way the sunlight rakes across mountain ranges near the Terminator and throws long, dramatic shadows. Those mountains have names we gave them: the Apennines, the Caucasus, the Alps, all frozen in place since before humans had words. Some peaks near the South Pole never see night because the sun skims the horizon there forever. Eternal daylight on a world with no air. Imagine standing on one of those peaks, the black sky blazing with stars even though the sun is up, Earth hanging huge and blue overhead like a second, brighter moon. You could see continents and weather systems drifting across her face the way clouds drift across ours. From the moon, Earth goes through phases too, waxing and waning in turquoise and white. Right now she's nearly full from where we float, a brilliant blue-white orb that would blind you if you stared too long. Astronauts say that's the loneliest, most beautiful sight in the universe. Home, small enough to cover with your thumb, yet big enough to hold every person you've ever loved. Let that image sink in. Every heartbreak, every joy, every ordinary Tuesday, all of it happening on that glowing dot. And here you are, held gently between the two greatest lights you'll ever know. The sun's fierce love from afar and the moon's quiet love up close. You are the bridge between fire and silver, between day and night, between waking and dreaming. No wonder you're tired. Carrying all that beauty is heavy work. Let the moon take the weight now. Let her silver pour over your shoulders and down your back like cool water. Let it wash the dust of the day off your thoughts. There is nothing left to hold up tonight. The moon has been holding space for dreamers since the first human looked up and felt wonder. She's very good at it. Trust her the way the oceans trust her. Trust her the way your body trusts the rhythm of breathing, even when you're asleep. Let her pull you all the way under now. Let the silver light become your blanket, your pillow, your entire sky. You're almost gone. Just a few more breaths and you'll be walking on that quiet grey dust in your dreams, leaving footprints no wind will ever erase. It's time to say a slow goodbye. The moon is starting to shrink behind us as we drift outward again, but she never really leaves. She'll be there when you open your eyes tomorrow night, same as always, wearing whatever shape the days have given her. For now she's a bright coin in the rearview mirror of our journey, still pulling gently at the oceans, still pulling gently at you. Take that pull with you into sleep. Let it rock you the way a mother rocks a cradle long after the baby has drifted off, just because the motion feels like love. The earth turns beneath us, carrying night across continents, and the moon follows, patient and faithful. Somewhere down there you're already tucked into bed, body heavy, mind light. Up here we're still floating, but the distance doesn't matter. You're wearing moonlight like a second skin. Every cell in your body remembers how to float in silver. Let the memory take over now. Let the last warm thoughts cool into quiet. Let the last sounds fade into the perfect silence of space. The moon is whispering one final thing, so softly you feel it more than hear it. Thank you for visiting. Thank you for noticing. Come back any night you need holding. I'll be here. I always am. And with that promise tucked behind your eyes, we turn gently away from her silver face, carrying her light inside us like a small, forever lantern. The red planet is waiting in the distance, quiet and rust-colored, patient as an old friend on the porch. But that's for another breath, another drift. For now there is only this, the soft pull of the moon, the gentle spin of Earth, and you, perfectly held between them, sliding deeper into the safest sleep you've ever known. Good night, sweet dreamer. The moon has you. She always will. We're leaving the blue and silver behind now. The earth and moon shrink to bright toys hanging in the dark, and the light changes again, warmer, redder, like someone turned the color dial toward autumn. Ahead of us, a small ruby glimmers against the black. Mars, the red planet. It's been watching us the whole time, quiet and dusty, waiting its turn with the patience of something that has seen civilizations rise and fall on another world. Look how softly it glows, like a coal someone blew on hours ago and then forgot. That color comes from iron rust, the same rust that stains old garden tools, spread across an entire planet. Billions of years ago, Mars was blue like Earth, with oceans and rivers, and maybe even beaches where something played in the waves. Tonight those oceans are only whispers in the rocks, but they're still there, if you know how to listen. We're sliding closer now, and the air, well, the almost air, feels thin and cold, like standing on a mountain at twilight. The sky above Mars isn't black the way space is black. It's a gentle butterscotch color because of all the dust hanging forever in the breeze. Sunsets on Mars are blue. Did you know that? The light scatters the opposite way, so when the sun dips behind the volcanoes, the sky turns the color of robin's eggs and the landscape glows rose gold. Imagine falling asleep to a blue sunset every night. Imagine waking up to a sky the color of tea with milk. Mars is already rocking you slow and steady the way desert wind rocks sand dunes into perfect waves that never quite finish moving. Let that motion find your body. Let the thin, cold air fill your imagination until your shoulders drop another inch. You're safe here. Nothing hurries on Mars anymore. Even the wind takes its time. We're low enough now to see the surface properly. Look at that enormous scar running across the planet like someone tried to slice it in half and change their mind. Valles Marineris, the Grand Canyon of Mars. So deep and wide you could drop the entire United States inside and still have room for dessert. It stretches farther than from New York to Los Angeles, carved not by water, though water helped once, but by the planet itself, stretching and cracking when it was young. Stand on the edge in your mind and feel the silence pour in. No birds, no insects, no leaves rustling. Just your own breath fogging inside an imaginary helmet and the slow grind of dust against rock. Down at the bottom, the air is a little thicker, a little warmer, almost cozy in a barren sort of way. There are places inside those canyon walls where the morning sun never reaches, pockets of shadow that have stayed frozen since before humans learned to draw on cave walls. Ice hides there, patient, waiting for someone to come melt it into rivers again. Mars is full of waiting. It waits the way an old house waits for new children to run through its rooms. You can feel the patience in the rocks, in the way the dunes have arranged themselves into perfect ripples no one has disturbed for 100,000 years. Lie down on one of those dunes in your imagination. Let the red sand cradle you. It's warm from the day's thin sunlight and cool underneath where night has already settled. Breathe in the iron smell that isn't really there, but somehow is. Let the planet's slow heartbeat, one day here lasts 40 minutes longer than ours, match your own heartbeat until they're the same lazy rhythm. Nothing needs deciding tonight, nothing needs fixing. Mars has all the time in the world, and it's lending you some. Look north now, way north, where the ground rises and rises until it becomes the tallest mountain you will ever meet. Olympus Mons, 3 times higher than Everest, so wide its base could cover France, so gentle in slope you could ride a bicycle up it if you had a week and a very good spacesuit. The volcano has been asleep for hundreds of millions of years, dreaming lava dreams under a calm red sky. At the summit, the caldera is a nest of nested craters, deep enough to swallow cities, quiet enough to hear your thoughts echo. Stand on the edge, we're standing there together, and feel the wind trying to push you, except the air is so thin it's more like a memory of wind. Far below, the plains stretch out forever, hazy with dust, glowing like burnt cinnamon. Clouds of carbon dioxide ice drift across the lower slopes sometimes, soft as breath on a winter window. The mountain doesn't brag about its height. It just exists, patient and enormous, reminding everything around it that greatness can be gentle. You don't have to climb it tonight. You can just rest in its shadow and let its size make your problems feel appropriately small. Let the mountain hold the weight of the sky so you don't have to. Let its long, slow sleep seep into your bones until your own ambitions quiet down and agree to wait until morning. Breathe the thin, cold air. Feel how clean it is, how empty of everything except possibility. Olympus Mons has been waiting 25 million years for its next eruption. Whatever you're worried about can wait one night. 2 little moons drift overhead now, tiny, captured asteroids that never quite grew up. Phobos and Deimos, fear and panic, named after the war god's companions. But up close they're anything but frightening. Phobos is a chipped potato racing around Mars, so fast it rises in the west and sets in the east twice a day. From the surface it looks huge, close enough to cast real shadows, close enough that you can see craters and ridges with your naked eye. Deimos is smaller, farther, a quiet silver coin that barely moves across the sky all night. Together they keep watch the way 2 loyal dogs keep watch at the foot of a bed. They have no light of their own, just reflected sunlight turned soft and red by the rusty air. Sometimes Phobos skims so low it almost brushes the tallest volcanoes. One day, millions of years from now, it will spiral in and either crash or break apart into a ring. But not tonight. Tonight it's content to race and race and race, pulling gently at the planet the way the moon pulls at Earth, only shy about it. Lie back on our imaginary dune and watch them cross the sky together. Let their motion become the ticking of a very slow clock. Tick. Hours pass. Tock. More hours. Your thoughts slow to match. Your eyelids grow heavy the way the Martian night grows heavy with frost. The temperature is dropping now, fast, the way it does in deserts, from shirt sleeve warm to bite your nose cold in less than an hour. Pull the dream blanket higher. Let the frost form delicate feathers on the rocks around you. Mars is tucking you in with ice crystals and silence. Somewhere far away a dust devil twirls across the plain like a sleepy dancer who forgot the music ended. Everything is soft, everything is red, everything is waiting for spring that might come in another 1,000,000 years. You don't have to wait that long. Sleep can come right now. It's time to leave the surface and rise again, slowly, the way dust rises when the wind finally remembers how to blow. Look back at Mars one more time. See how small it looks already, how peaceful, how perfectly round and red against the stars. It's easy to love a planet that asks nothing of you. It simply is, old oceans frozen in stone, ancient volcanoes dreaming, 2 tiny moons racing and drifting, endless dunes shaped like frozen waves. Mars doesn't need you to save it tonight. It doesn't need you to solve anything. It just needs you to remember that once upon a time, it was wet and warm, and maybe, just maybe, someone stood on a beach and watched a double sunset exactly the way you watch sunsets now. That someone might be your distant cousin separated by a few billion years and a lot of bad luck. Let that thought warm you more than the thin sunshine ever could. Let it remind you that every world gets its turn at life, and every world gets its turn at quiet. Mars is in its quiet turn, and it's sharing that quiet with you tonight. Take as much as you need. Fill your pockets with red dust and silence. Fill your lungs with cold, clean air that has never known a bird or a butterfly. When you wake up tomorrow on busy, noisy Earth, you'll still have some of that quiet tucked inside your ribs. You'll carry Mars with you the way you are now carry moonlight and ocean air. And when life feels too fast, too loud, too crowded, you can close your eyes and come back here. To the dune that cradles you, to the mountain that never asks you to climb, to the little moons racing overhead like thoughts you don't have to chase. Mars will always be waiting, patient as rust, gentle as frost, red as the softest heart you've ever known. Breathe it in one last time. Let the butterscotch sky settle behind your eyes. Let the planet's long, slow day finally become your long, slow night. We're drifting onward now past the orbit of Mars, past the place where the sun's hug starts to feel like a memory. But we're taking the red planet's peace with us, folded small and warm, tucked right next to the silver of the moon and the blue of home. Sleep, sweet traveler. The dunes have your outline pressed into them now, and they will keep it safe until you need it again. Good night, Mars. Thank you for the quiet. We're crossing an invisible border now, the place where the inner solar system ends and the outer begins. The sun is still bright, but it's smaller, a golden coin instead of a blazing lamp, and the light feels thinner, like late afternoon in winter. Between us and the giants lies a wide, quiet river made of stone. Look closely. Millions, billions of rocky fragments drifting in a slow, endless parade. This is the asteroid belt, the solar system's attic, full of things the planet's never quite finished building. Some pieces are the size of cities, some no bigger than the dust on your windowsill, all of them moving together in a dance that has lasted 4.5 billion years without a single collision loud enough to wake anyone. From far away it looks like a solid wall, but up close it's mostly empty space, so gentle you could drift through for a lifetime and never brush a single rock. The asteroids gleam softly, catching sunlight on their ancient skins. Some dark as charcoal, some metallic and glittering like lost treasure. They tumble slowly, turning over and over the way you turn in bed when you're almost asleep. Let their motion become yours. Let the quiet spaces between them fill your lungs. There is no wind here, no sound, only the patient turning of broken worlds that never minded being broken. Each rock is a love letter the young solar system wrote to itself and then forgot to send. Some still carry water ice in their cracks, frozen tears from a time when everything was closer and warmer. Others hold metals purer than anything we've ever mined. They are rich and poor at the same time and completely content to simply be. Breathe in their stillness. Breathe out every idea that you have to be whole or finished or useful tonight. You are allowed to be a beautiful fragment drifting in the dark. The belt will keep you company. We're gliding beside one now, a gentle giant called Ceres, the only dwarf planet living in this quiet neighborhood. She's round and calm, wearing a pale grey coat dusted with bright white spots that turn out to be salt, pure table salt left behind when hidden oceans seeped to the surface and froze. Imagine an entire world that tastes faintly of the sea. Ceres is big enough to have gravity you can feel, soft as a whisper, pulling you down the way a thick duvet pulls you down on a cold morning. There are craters here older than the dinosaurs, and one of them, Ocata, glows with a light almost like moonlight, reflecting from crystals that grew in total darkness. Scientists think there might still be liquid water deep under her skin, briny and dark and patient, waiting for sunlight that may never come. Ceres is the quiet caretaker of the belt, mothering all the smaller rocks that orbit near her. She doesn't rush. Her day lasts 9 gentle hours, long enough for a full sleep and a slow dream. Lie down on her surface in your imagination. The ground is powdery, cool, forgiving. The sky is black and crowded with stars because there's no air to blur them. The sun is a bright coin, but it gives no warmth here, only a clean silver light that makes every footprint glow. Feel how safe it is to rest on a world that has never known war or weather or voices. Only the soft creak of ice shifting far below, like a house settling in the night. Let that creak become the sound of your own bones relaxing. Let Ceres' gentle gravity press you down just enough to feel held. She has been keeping this peace since before trees learned to grow on Earth. Borrow as much as you need. Further out, the rocks grow stranger. There's one shaped like a rubber duck, another like a dog bone, another that looks exactly like a comet wearing a skirt of gravel. They spin and wobble and reflect sunlight in tiny, polite flashes, like neighbors turning porch lights on and off to say goodnight. Some have their own little moons, tiny pebbles that refuse to drift away. Others are just rubble piles held together by nothing more than good manners, loose collections of stones that decided to stay friends forever. One of them, Bennu, is so dark it drinks almost all the light that touches it, yet it carries amino acids, the quiet seeds of life, tucked inside its shadows. Imagine hugging a rock that old and gentle and full of beginnings. Imagine whispering thank you and feeling it understand. The asteroid belt is proof that the universe doesn't throw anything away. Every broken piece is still loved, still orbiting, still part of the family. Let that love settle over you now. Let the slow tumble of 1,000 stones become the slow turning of your thoughts until they're too lazy to hold any weight. There is no danger here. Space is wide and the rocks are polite. They have been practicing this dance since the sun was a baby. They know exactly where everyone else is at every moment. You can let go completely, drift among them like a sleepy child, carried through a crowded room by someone who knows the way. The belt will part for you and close again behind you without a sound. Breathe in the clean, metallic scent that isn't really there. Breathe out every leftover worry. You belong here just as much as any ancient stone. We're passing the orbit where the giants begin now, and the asteroids thin out into lonely stragglers, quiet old souls who wandered too far from the crowd. One last rock drifts by, small and bright, spinning like a slow lighthouse. It flashes sunlight across your closed eyes the way a parent flashes a bedroom light to check if you're asleep. You are. Almost. The belt is behind us now, but its peace travels with us, tucked inside your ribs next to moonlight and red dust. You can feel it, the gentle certainty that broken things can still be beautiful, that there is room for every fragment, that nothing is ever wasted. The asteroids taught you that without saying a word. They just kept orbiting, patient and shining, the way you will keep breathing long after this sentence ends. Let their rhythms stay with you. Let the wide, quiet spaces between them become the wide, quiet spaces between your thoughts. There is so much room here, so much gentleness. The outer planets are waiting ahead, enormous and calm, but they can wait a little longer. For now there is only this, the soft, turning of ancient stones, the cool kiss of distant sunlight, and you, perfectly held in the attic of the solar system, where everything broken is still cherished. Rest here a while. The journey is long and there is no hurry. The rocks will keep watch. They have been keeping watch since before anyone needed watching. They are very, very good at it. Let them take the night shift. Let their slow dance rock you all the way down into dreams made of starlight and stone. Good night, sweet traveler. The belt has you now. You are safe among the quiet pieces of the beginning. Look ahead. Something enormous is growing on the horizon, banded in cream and caramel, swirling like coffee someone stirred with a lazy spoon. Jupiter, the king who never needed a crown because his presence is enough. He's still far away, but already you can feel his pull, soft yet impossible to ignore, the way you feel thunder in your chest before you hear it. The asteroid belt parts for him the way tall grass parts for an elephant. Even the rocks know who keeps the peace out here. Jupiter is coming to tuck the entire outer solar system into bed, and we are lucky enough to be invited. Feel the temperature drop another gentle degree. Feel the light shift from thin gold to something richer, warmer, deeper. The sun is still the source, but Jupiter makes it his own, painting everything in shades of butter and toffee. His clouds move in slow, endless ribbons, storms that have lasted centuries, spinning like sleepy cats. One of them, the Great Red Spot, is a hurricane 3 times wider than Earth, yet from here it looks like a soft rose petal floating in cream. Jupiter has been singing the same low note for hundreds of millions of years, a bass hum you feel in your bones more than hear. Let that note find your heartbeat. Let it slow everything down until your pulse is as patient as a planet. We're still far out, but already his gravity is stroking your hair, telling you everything will be all right. He has cleared the solar system of dangerous comets for billions of years, taking the hits himself so the inner worlds could dream in safety. Tonight he's taking the weight of your day the same way. Let him have it. He's big enough. We're close enough now to see the details. Look at the bands, pale gold zones, separated by darker belts the color of walnut stain. They flow in opposite directions, shearing past each other like warm and cool currents in an ocean made of gas. Lightning flickers inside the clouds, soft and distant, the way heat lightning flickers on summer nights back home. The storms are enormous, but gentle from here, slow-motion fireworks that never quite finish exploding. Jupiter rotates once every 10 hours, so fast his middle bulges like a pillow someone sat on. Yet everything moves with such grace you'd never know he was spinning at all. His day is short, but his thoughts are long. He has had time to consider everything. And what he has decided is that gentleness is the strongest force of all. Look at how carefully he holds his family of moons, 95 of them at last count, each one different, each one loved. The 4 largest drift in perfect formation ahead of us. Io, Europa, Ganymede, Callisto, bright as lanterns, keeping their own quiet rhythms. Jupiter never drops one, never forgets one, never lets one feel alone. Let that love pour over you now. Let it remind you that being enormous and being tender are not opposites. Jupiter is both. You can be both. Tonight you don't have to be small to be gentle. You can take up all the space you need and still be soft. Breathe in the thick, imaginary air of his upper clouds. Breathe out every leftover need to shrink. Jupiter has room for every storm you've ever carried. He will swirl them into beautiful bands and keep them turning until they forget how to hurt. We're sliding into the space between Jupiter and his greatest storm now. The great red spot fills half the sky, a slow crimson spiral that has been spinning since before telescopes were invented. Inside it winds below 500 kilometers an hour, yet the edges are feathered and calm, like the eye of a hurricane that learned meditation. Clouds of ammonia ice drift across its face in delicate ribbons, catching the sunlight and glowing peach and rose. If you floated here, and we are floating here, you would fall forever, gently, because Jupiter has no solid ground, only deeper and deeper layers of gas, turning to liquid, turning to stranger things we don't have names for. But falling here is peaceful. The pressure increases slowly, the temperature rises slowly, everything happens in centuries, not seconds. You would have time to finish every dream you ever started. The storm would sing you lullabies in ammonia and helium, deep notes that vibrate in your teeth. Let those notes vibrate now. Let them loosen the last knots in your shoulders. The great red spot has been keeping this rhythm since the 1600s, maybe longer. Whatever you're worried about is younger than that storm and far less patient. Let the storm outlast it. Let it outlast everything that isn't love. Jupiter is showing you how. Hold space. Keep turning. Stay soft at the edges. The center can spin as fiercely as it needs. You are allowed to have a fierce center and still be gentle to the world. Watch the clouds curl and uncurl like sleeping cats. Watch the lightning stitch quiet white seams across the rose. Everything is enormous and everything is calm. You fit perfectly here. The light is different now, richer, like being inside a cafe at golden hour with jazz playing low. Jupiter's glow bounces off his moons and comes back warmer, tinged with the colors of butterscotch and caramel and the faintest hint of strawberry. Even the shadows are soft. There is no sharp darkness here, only layers of cream and coffee and dusk. The planet breathes, slowly, yes, but you can feel it. Inhaling comets, exhaling shepherding winds that keep his rings of dust in perfect order, though we can't see them from here. Everything is tended, everything is loved. Lie back in the clouds. They will hold you, they are denser than they look, and let Jupiter's gravity become a blanket rather than a fall. 10 times Earth's gravity, yet it feels like the gentlest hug because it has all the time in the world. Nothing is rushed. Storms that would flatten cities on Earth are only weather here, polite and ancient. Let them be the white noise that finally quiets your mind. Listen to the deep hum that isn't sound but pressure, the heartbeat of a god who chose kindness over conquest. That heartbeat is steady enough to trust with your entire weight. Give it everything, the day, the week, the year, every small hurt you carried across the asteroid belt. Jupiter will fold them into his bands and turn them into beauty you'll see from Earth as soft pastel stripes. Nothing is wasted here. Even chaos becomes art if you give it enough time and space. You have both tonight. Stay as long as you need. Drift inside the cream and caramel light until your edges blur and you forget where you end and the planet begins. This is what it feels like to be completely held by something that will never ever let you go. We'll linger just a little longer, floating in the glow between father and moons. The 4 great Galilean worlds keep their ancient dance. Io with her volcanoes painting yellow sulfur across the sky, Europa with her hidden ocean, Ganymede larger than Mercury and serene, Callisto pockmarked and peaceful. They orbit like notes in a lullaby only Jupiter knows the words to. Their light mixes with his and spills over us in waves of gold and bronze and the softest rose. You are bathed in it. You are made of it now. Every breath you take, even the imaginary ones, is warm and sweet as fresh coffee with cream. Every thought you have drifts upward and joins the bands, becoming part of something too large to worry. Jupiter is singing you to sleep in frequencies lower than human ears can hear, but your body understands. Your shoulders drop, your jaw unclenches, your heart slows to match the leisurely spin of a world that measures time in centuries. There is nothing left to do, nothing left to prove, only this: the gentle pull of the largest planet, the soft swirl of storms older than nations, the quiet certainty that you are loved exactly as you are, storms and all. Let that love settle in your bones like warm honey. Let it stay long after we drift onward. Jupiter has marked you with his light the way the moon marks the tides. You will carry it home inside your skin, a quiet glow no darkness can quite erase. When you wake tomorrow and the world feels too fast again, close your eyes and remember this moment, floating in cream and caramel clouds, held by a gentle giant who turns chaos into beauty without ever raising his voice. He is still holding you now, across all the millions of kilometers. He always will. Rest, little one. The king of planets has tucked you in with storms soft as feathers and light warm as fresh bread. Sleep as deeply as the clouds drift. Dream as wide as his bands. You are safe. You are loved. You are home, even in the outer dark. Good night. Drift with me now deeper into Jupiter's family. We're leaving the warm caramel glow of the giant behind, but his light still follows us like a proud parent waving from the porch. Ahead, a small yellow marble hangs in the dark, glowing from within as if someone swallowed a lantern and forgot to turn it off. This is Io, sweet, restless Io. She's the closest of the big moons, caught in a cosmic tug-of-war between Jupiter and her siblings, and she answers by singing with fire. Look at her surface, lemon yellow streaked with rust and black, dotted with hundreds of volcanoes that never quite sleep. Right now, as we watch, a plume rises on her edge, a silent fountain of sulfur shooting hundreds of kilometers high, catching Jupiter's light and glowing like a firework frozen mid-burst. The lava on Io isn't red like on Earth. It's black and white and glowing orange, molten rock so hot it behaves like water, flowing in rivers and lakes that cool into shining glass. One lake, Lake Patera, is bigger than some countries and calm enough on top to mirror the stars. Imagine lying on its shore in our dream suits, safe and warm, and watching the lava lap gently, lulling you the way ocean waves lull you on summer nights. The ground beneath us trembles softly, a heartbeat you feel in your spine. Io is alive in a way no other moon is alive. She breathes sulfur instead of air, dreams in molten stone instead of water. Let her warmth rise through your imaginary boots and climb your legs like a cat asking to be noticed. Let her restless heartbeat match the last hurried thoughts in your mind until they slow, slow, slow. Io is teaching you that even the most fiery places can be gentle when they choose to be. Her volcanoes don't rage, they sink. They have been singing the same low, steady song for millions of years. Let that song settle in your chest. Let it burn away anything that still feels sharp. We're floating lower now, close enough to taste the faint, metallic tang of sulfur snow that falls forever on Io's plains. The ground is a patchwork quilt of yellow frost and black lava flows, stitched together by cracks glowing dull red like embers under ash. Every few hours another volcano wakes, stretches, and sighs out a plume that will circle the entire moon before it settles again. The tallest one, Loki again, sends up a curtain of fire so steady you could set your watch by it. From up here, the plumes look like slow-motion dandelions made of light. One after another, soft and patient, painting the sky in silent pastels. There is no wind to carry sound, so the eruptions are quieter than snowfall. Only the ground speaks, rumbling gently the way a sleeping dog growls in dreams. Lie down on the warm black sand, let the heat seep through your back and melt the last knots in your muscles. Let the yellow frost dust your hair like strange golden snow. Jupiter looms overhead, enormous and banded, filling half the sky with cream and rose, his light turning every plume into a glowing feather. You are cradled between the biggest planet and the most volcanic moon, held in a pocket of perfect warmth, while the rest of the universe stays cold. Nothing can reach you here. Not worry, not tomorrow, not the noise of Earth. Only the soft glow of sulfur and the steady heartbeat of a moon that never learned how to be still. Let that heartbeat rock you. Let the warm ground be your bed and the glowing plumes your nightlight. You are safe inside the fire that never burns you. Breathe in the imaginary scent of hot stone and distant brimstone. Breathe out every last ember of the day. Io is keeping you warm tonight. She has heat to spare and love to give. Sleep now, little dreamer, on the gentle volcano that sings lullabies in molten gold. Look, we're moving again, gliding away from the yellow warmth into a cooler, cleaner light. Ahead hangs a world wrapped in ice, so smooth it looks like porcelain lit from within. Europa, shy, quiet Europa. Her surface is the youngest in the solar system, renewed every few million years by cracks that open and close like slow breathing. Beneath that icy shell lies an ocean deeper than any on Earth, dark and salty and possibly full of soft, hidden life. The ice is crisscrossed by delicate red-brown lines, scars where the moon flexes under Jupiter's pull, and the water below pushes up, staining the ice with minerals from the seafloor. Some lines are raised like ridges you could walk along, others sunken into shallow canyons glowing faint blue in the shadows. From orbit, Europa looks like a giant eyeball staring back at Jupiter, the pupil a smooth white plane, the iris made of those gentle cracks. We're descending now, slowly, until the ice fills everything. It's so clean in places you can see kilometers down into translucent layers, bubbles frozen mid-rise, cracks glowing turquoise where sunlight filters through. The surface temperature is minus 170 degrees, yet you feel none of it. The moon wraps you in quiet instead of cold. Lie down on the ice, press your cheek to it. It's smooth as glass and softer than it looks, flexing just enough to feel alive. Beneath your body the ocean waits, vast and dark and patient, kept liquid by the slow kneading of Jupiter's tides. Scientists think there are warm vents down there, gentle chimneys breathing heat and minerals the way Earth's deep oceans do. Something might be swimming in those black waters, something with no eyes and soft glowing skin, drifting the way you drift now. Let the thought soothe you. You are not alone. Even here, in the coldest place we've visited, life might be dreaming too. We're falling now, gently, through a crack, wide enough for dreams. The ice walls rise on either side, glowing pale blue and green, lit by sunlight scattered 1,000 different ways. Down we go, kilometre after kilometre, until the light fades and we're floating in total darkness that somehow still feels kind. The pressure increases, but it's slow, comforting, like being tucked under heavy blankets. Then suddenly, the ice opens and we're in the ocean. Europa's hidden sea. It's warm here, maybe 10 degrees above freezing, and salty enough to taste like tears. The water cradles us the way amniotic fluid cradles a sleeping baby. There is no up or down, only gentle drifting in black water lit by faint chemical glows far below. Look, soft plumes rise from the seafloor, warm water carrying minerals that sparkle like tiny stars. Red and orange tendrils drift upward, slow-motion jellyfish made of heat. The ocean floor is a landscape of gentle hills and quiet vents. No violent eruptions, only steady breathing. Something large and pale glides past in the distance, its skin glowing soft blue. It doesn't notice us. It's busy dreaming. We are only visitors in the most private place Europa has. Let the warm, salty water rock you. Let the darkness be complete and perfect. There is no need for light when everything is gentle. Your body remembers this place. Every cell in you once floated in a dark ocean exactly like this one, long before you had eyes or a name. You are coming home to the memory of being held before you were born. Breathe the water in our dream we can, and taste salt and minerals and the faint sweetness of life that might be. Let the slow currents carry you in endless circles. Let the quiet be so deep you hear your own heartbeat echoing like a drum in an empty cathedral. Europa is singing you the oldest lullaby of all, the one the oceans sang to the first living cells. Shh. Listen. Sleep. We rise again gently, back through the ice ceiling into starlight. Europa's surface glows beneath us, pale and smooth and perfect, the cracks now delicate silver threads catching Jupiter's light. The moon looks peaceful from up here, as if she never opened her secret heart to let us in. She keeps our visit quiet, the way a mother keeps a child's midnight tears secret from the morning. We are carrying her ocean inside us now, a small, warm tide behind our ribs. The cold can't touch it. Nothing can. Drift with me along the ridges for a little longer. Feel how the ice flexes under Jupiter's pull, slow breathing that keeps the hidden sea alive. Every crack is a promise that warmth waits beneath even the hardest shell. Every red line is a vein carrying life. Europa teaches that gentleness can hide in the coldest places, that oceans can thrive under miles of ice if something loves them enough to keep them moving. Jupiter loves her that way. He needs her every day, gentle and relentless, the way sleep needs your mind when you finally let go. Let him need you now. Let the memory of warm water and soft glowing creatures stay curled inside your chest like a secret pet. When the world feels too harsh tomorrow, close your eyes and return here, to the smooth ice that parts for you, to the dark ocean that remembers you, to the quiet moon that keeps the deepest secrets and still shines soft and bright for anyone who needs holding. Europa has tucked a piece of her night inside you. Carry it gently. Dream it slowly. Good night, sweet traveler. The ice moon is watching over you with her hidden sea eyes. You are never far from warm water, even in the coldest dark. Something larger drifts into view now, serene and enormous, bigger than the planet Mercury, yet quiet as a library. Ganymede, the king of moons. His surface is a patchwork of bright young ice and dark ancient terrain, scarred by craters older than Earth's continents and grooved by tectonic wounds that healed into gentle ridges. Look at the dark areas. They're peppered with craters so perfectly preserved they look brand new, yet some are nearly 4 billion years old. Time moves differently here. The bright areas are younger, stretched and pulled, when Ganymede was warm inside, leaving long parallel grooves like fingerprints on wet clay. From orbit he looks like a giant golf ball, someone painted half in shadow and half in frost. We're descending toward one of the bright regions now, a place called Harpagia Sulcus, where the ice is clean and smooth and glowing faint blue in the shadows. Touch down softly. The ground is firm but forgiving, ridged like corduroy under your boots. The gravity is light, only 1/7 of Earth's, so every step feels like walking on a trampoline made of moonlight. Jupiter hangs overhead, filling 1/4 of the sky with his banded face, close enough that you can see individual cloud details swirling in slow motion. Ganymede has his own magnetic field, a quiet hum you feel in your teeth, the only moon brave enough to sing back to Jupiter in the same language. Lie down between two ridges, let the ice cradle you. It's cold, but not biting, more like the cool side of a pillow on a summer night. The sky is black and crowded with stars, and Jupiter's light turns everything into soft pastels, pale blues, faint pinks, the gentlest gold. Breathe the thin imaginary air. There is almost none, but dreams don't need oxygen, only quiet. Ganymede gives you both in endless supply. Beneath the ice, Ganymede hides oceans too, layered like a cake. Ice, salty water, more ice, more water, all the way down to a rocky core wrapped in iron. The deepest ocean might be warm, kept liquid by the slow decay of minerals. Gentle heat seeping upward the way body heat seeps from a sleeping friend. The moon is old and wise and content to keep his secrets. He doesn't flex or crack like Europa. He simply holds everything inside with calm dignity. His craters have names from ancient myths: Osiris, Enki, Tiamat. Stories older than writing told by people who never knew they were naming places they would one day visit in dreams. Walk to the edge of a crater now. Look down into the perfect bowl, shadows soft at the bottom, rim glowing where sunlight touches. The silence is so complete, you hear your own pulse. Let it slow to match Ganymede's patient rhythm. One day here lasts 7 Earth days, long enough for a full night's sleep and 6 more nights besides. Time stretches like warm toffee. You could lie here for hours and only minutes would pass back home. Let them. Let the quiet king hold you longer than gravity has any right to. His surface is scarred but not broken, ancient but not tired. Every groove is a reminder that even the largest things can bend without shattering. You can bend tonight. You can stretch out across centuries if you need to. Ganymede will keep the stars in place while you rest. Close your eyes on his pale ridges. Let Jupiter's enormous face be your nightlight. Let the faint magnetic hum be the lullaby only moons and dreamers can hear. You are small against his vastness, yet perfectly safe. He has carried his oceans and his wounds for billions of years without complaint. He can carry you for one gentle night. Sleep now, deep and slow, on the largest moon in the solar system. Dream of quiet oceans under quiet ice, of ancient stories written in craters, of a king who rules with silence and never asks for tribute. Good night, beloved. Ganymede has you in his wide, steady hands. We're drifting outward again, leaving the bright grooves and dark craters behind. One last moon waits at the edge of Jupiter's reach, older than old, pockmarked and peaceful. Callisto. She is the color of moonlit concrete, grey and soft, every inch of her covered in craters so densely packed there is almost no smooth space left. This is what a world looks like when it has stood in the cosmic firing range for 4 billion years and never once flinched. The largest crater, Valhalla, spreads across her face like ripples, frozen the moment a stone was dropped in water. At the center is a bright patch no bigger than a city, and around it ring after ring of ridges fading gently into the distance. From orbit it looks like a mandala drawn by someone who understood peace better than words. We're descending toward the outer rings now, where the ridges are low and rounded, worn smooth by eons of tiny impacts. Touchdown. The ground is powdery, almost fluffy, made of ice and dust ground finer than flour. Every footstep leaves a perfect print that will stay exactly as you left it for millions of years. Lie down in the soft regolith. Let it mold to your shape like memory foam made of starlight. The gravity is even lighter here, so light you almost float between steps. Jupiter is smaller in the sky now, a bright striped marble instead of a wall, but still the dominant presence. His light turns Callisto's grey into the softest silver, and the crater rims glow like threads of pearl. There is no wind, no weather, no sound except the quiet settling of dust older than forests. Callisto has never been resurfaced, never melted or cracked or cried. She simply accepted every blow and kept her calm center. That is strength you can lean into tonight. Let her steadiness seep into your bones. Beneath her battered skin, Callisto might hide an ocean too, so deep and quiet that not even Jupiter's tides disturb it much. The water would be black and still, older than any sea on Earth, kept liquid by the gentle heat of radioactive decay. Nothing rushes here, nothing demands. The moon has had all the time in the universe to learn patience, and she is willing to share. Look up at the crater rings spreading away from you in perfect circles. They are the gentlest waves that ever traveled across a world. Lie at the center of Valhalla and feel what it is to be the calm point everything radiates from. Your breath is the only motion for thousands of kilometers. Your heartbeat is the loudest sound. Let both slow until they match the moon's ancient rhythm. One day here lasts 16 Earth days, long enough for the sun to crawl across the sky and Jupiter to waltz through all his phases like a slow lantern. You could watch an entire fortnight of sunrises from one spot without ever needing to turn your head. Let that slowness pour over you. Let the powdered ice cool your thoughts until they crystallize into perfect stillness. Callisto has no need to prove anything. She is simply here, scarred and serene, keeping watch at the edge of Jupiter's kingdom. Her craters have names too: Asgard, Adlinda, Bur. Old stories written in circles instead of words. She keeps them the way a grandmother keeps photographs, gently, without fuss. Rest your head on her quiet chest. Let the soft grey dust be your pillow and the silver rings your blanket. Jupiter's light is faint now, but enough to see by, enough to feel held. You are the first living thing to lie here in 4 billion years and the last for another 4 billion. The honor is humbling and perfect. Sleep now deeper than oceans, longer than mountains. Dream of gentle impacts that never hurt, of rings spreading outward forever, of a moon that learned to carry every wound without letting it change her heart. Callisto has you. She will keep you safe until the stars burn out. Good night, sweet traveler. The oldest moon is singing you a lullaby made of silence and silver dust. Let it carry you all the way down. We're leaving Jupiter's warm kingdom behind now. The caramel light fades to a gentle memory, and the space around us grows wider, colder, quieter. Ahead, something new begins to shine, a pale bluish-green gem turning slowly in the dark, wearing the most beautiful rings you've ever seen. Saturn, the jewel of the solar system. Even from far away you can feel the difference. Everything here moves with a kind of royal grace, as if the planet knows exactly how lovely it is, and has decided to be humble about it. The rings appear first, a thin silver line drawn perfectly around the equator, then widening into a glowing ribbon that catches sunlight and scatters it like frost on a window pane. They are made of countless ice particles, some as small as dust, some as large as houses, all drifting together in the gentlest dance imaginable. Saturn itself is banded in soft golds and creams, quieter than Jupiter's bold stripes, more like the colors of late afternoon tea with milk. The clouds move slowly, almost thoughtfully, forming delicate curls and waves that never seem to rush. You can almost hear a low, steady hum, the sound of a world that has learned to take its time. We're still millions of kilometers away, but already the rings are pulling at something inside your chest, the same way a perfect piece of music pulls at you before you even know the words. Let that pull soften you. Let the quiet gold light settle on your shoulders like the softest scarf. Saturn is greeting us the way a wise old friend greets you at the door. No hurry, no noise, just a gentle smile and the promise of perfect peace. Breathe in the cool, clean stillness. Breathe out everything that still feels tight. We're coming home to the most beautiful place in the solar system, and it has been waiting patiently for 4.5 billion years. We're closer now, sliding into the outer edge of the rings themselves. Look around. We're floating inside a cathedral made of ice. Trillions of snowflakes, each one catching sunlight and throwing it back in every direction, so the light is soft and diffused, like being inside a pearl. The particles drift past us slowly, some spinning lazily, some perfectly still, all of them shining in shades of white, cream, pale rose, and the faintest blue. There is almost no gravity here. The rings are only 10 meters thick in most places, thinner than a whisper, yet they stretch wider than the distance from Earth to the Moon. You could lie down on them and they would hold you the way fresh snow holds you before you sink. Do it now. Stretch out among the ice. Let the tiny crystals brush your skin like the softest feathers. The temperature is cold, but the light is warm, and the two balance perfectly so you feel cradled instead of frozen. Saturn hangs above us, enormous and serene, filling half the sky with quiet gold. His rings cast delicate shadows across his clouds, stripes of dusk and dawn painted by ice. Every breath you take fogs gently in the vacuum and freezes into tiny new snowflakes that join the dance. You are part of the rings now, one more beautiful fragment orbiting in perfect harmony. There is no sound, only the slow turning of a billion ice moons, each one reflecting the others until the light feels endless. Let that endless light pour into your eyes until your thoughts turn silver and slow. Let the quiet be so complete that your heartbeat becomes the loudest thing in the universe. Saturn is holding you in his outermost embrace, and he will never drop you. Rest here as long as you need. The rings have been practicing this lullaby since before life learned to crawl out of the sea. They know exactly how to rock you to sleep. We're gliding inward now, through gaps in the rings so wide you could lose entire worlds inside them. The Cassini division, a dark ribbon of empty space, stretches beside us like a quiet river. Saturn's shepherd moons drift along its edges, tiny Pan and Atlas, and Prometheus, keeping the ice in perfect order the way gentle gardeners keep rose petals in a bowl. Look at Pan, no bigger than a small town, sitting right in the middle of the Enki gap, and wearing a delicate skirt of ring material around its middle like a tutu. It clears its path simply by being there, graceful and unhurried. Everything here is polite. Even the gaps are gentle. We pass through the brightest ring, the B ring, where the ice is purest and densest, glowing so brightly it feels like floating inside a halo. Braids and spirals and soft waves appear in the ice, created by the tiny gravitational nudges of distant moons. They twist and untwist over decades, slow-motion braids in a giant's hair. Lie back again and let the bright ice cradle you. Let the light become so soft it feels like being inside a cloud at sunset. Saturn's North Pole drifts into view now, a perfect hexagon of clouds the size of 2 Earths, turning slowly, calmly, the color of warm honey. No one knows exactly why it's a hexagon, only that it has been there for decades and will probably stay for centuries. It is the most perfect shape nature ever drew, without trying. Let its calm geometry settle your mind. Let the slow spin of the entire system, rings, moons, planet, light, become the slow spin of your own breathing. In, the ice drifts past, out. The light softens. You are perfectly safe inside the most delicate structure in the solar system. Nothing here is sharp, nothing is rushed. Even the shadows are gentle. We're descending toward the planet itself now, slipping beneath the rings so their light falls across Saturn's clouds like lace across golden skin. The shadows of the rings paint delicate dark bands across the atmosphere, moving slowly as the rings orbit faster than the planet spins. From down here, the rings arch overhead like a bridge made of starlight, glowing from behind by the sun, so every particle becomes a tiny lantern. The effect is breathtaking. You are inside a golden world with a ceiling of ice and light. Saturn's clouds are deeper and softer than Jupiter's, layered in hazy decks that stretch for thousands of kilometers without a single storm to disturb them. The wind blows fast, nearly 2,000 kilometers an hour at the equator, yet everything looks calm because the clouds are so thick and the colors so gentle. Soft pastels swirl in slow curls, cream into pale gold into the faintest peach. Occasional white storms drift like sheep in a quiet meadow. One of them, a dragon-shaped storm seen years ago, has probably dissolved into these gentle layers by now, leaving only beauty behind. Float here in the upper clouds. Let the hydrogen and helium hold you the way warm water holds you in a bath. The pressure is light, the temperature kind, the light golden and endless. Saturn's gravity is almost exactly like Earth's, so you feel perfectly at home, even though you are deeper inside a gas giant than any human has ever been. Let the planet's slow heartbeat, one rotation every 10.5 hours, become your own heartbeat. Let the quiet gold light fill every corner of your mind until there is no room left for anything that isn't peace. Saturn is singing now, a low, steady note you feel in your bones more than hear. It is the sound of absolute acceptance. Stay as long as you like. The rings will keep turning overhead, painting moving shadows across your closed eyes. The clouds will keep drifting beneath you, soft as feathers. You are loved here exactly as you are, storms and all, quiet parts and loud parts, bright days and dark ones. Saturn has seen every kind of weather and still chooses gentleness. Let him choose it for you tonight. It's time to rise again, slowly, back through the golden haze and into the cathedral of ice. The rings welcome us home, the way a familiar bed welcomes you after a long journey. We drift outward along the plane of the rings until Saturn becomes a perfect sphere again, wearing his jewelry with quiet pride. The view from here is the one everyone knows from pictures, yet no picture has ever captured the feeling. The soft glow, the impossible thinness of the rings, the way the light catches and scatters and makes everything look like a dream you don't want to wake from. The shepherd moons keep their gentle watch, tiny Daphnes raising delicate waves in the ice as it passes, like a child running a stick along a picket fence. Only slower, kinder. The entire system moves together in perfect balance. No piece too proud, no piece forgotten. Lie back one last time among the outer ice. Let the pale rose and silver light wash over you until your edges blur, and you forget where your body ends, and the rings begin. Saturn's light is warm now, the way late afternoon light is warm when it falls across a quiet room. It touches everything without hurry. It promises that tomorrow can wait. It promises that you are beautiful exactly as you are, ringed with your own quiet light, orbited by your own gentle moons of memory and hope. Take that promise into sleep with you. Let the rings rock you one more time, slow and steady, the way the ocean rocks a boat long after the storm has passed. Saturn has tucked you in with ice and gold. and the softest silence in the solar system. He will keep watch while you dream. When you wake tomorrow, far away on busy Earth, you will still feel his gentle gravity behind your ribs, a quiet reminder that beauty this perfect is real, and that you were held inside it for one entire night. Good night, sweet traveler. The ringed planet has you now. You are safe among the ice and light. Sleep as deeply as the rings are thin, as wide as they are endless. Dream in soft gold and silver. You are home, even in the outer dark. We're drifting outward from Saturn's golden glow now, and the rings shrink to a perfect silver thread behind us. The light softens, turns cooler, almost misty, like stepping from a warm room into a quiet garden at twilight. Ahead, a small golden world hangs alone in the dark, wrapped in thick orange haze that glows from within, as if someone lit a lantern inside a paper ball. This is Titan, Saturn's largest moon, and the only moon in the solar system with a real atmosphere, thicker than Earth's, heavy enough to feel like a blanket pressing gently on your shoulders. The air here is mostly nitrogen, same as home, but laced with methane and ethane that turn the sky the color of butterscotch tea. Sunlight scatters through the haze and paints everything in soft, dreamlike amber. Even Saturn, huge and bright in the sky above us, looks muted and mysterious, a pale pearl behind golden curtains. We are descending slowly through the haze now, and the light turns warmer, richer, until the ground appears below us. Smooth dunes of dark hydrocarbon sand stretching in perfect waves, like an ocean frozen mid-breath. The temperature is minus 179 degrees, yet the thick air holds the cold gently, the way a thick duvet holds winter at bay. Touch down on the dune. Let the dark grains shift under your boots, soft and cool, smelling faintly of petrol and distant rain that will never fall. Titan is the only place besides Earth where liquid gathers in lakes and rivers on the surface, but the liquid is methane and ethane, clear and cold and sweet-smelling, flowing slowly because everything here moves slowly. Lie down on the dune. Let the golden haze settle over you like the softest blanket you've ever known. Let the thick air press you gently into the sand until you feel cradled, held, perfectly still. Titan is whispering, "Stay a while." There is no hurry here. The days last 16 Earth days, long enough for one endless golden afternoon and one endless amber night. Let the long twilight rock you. We're walking now, slowly, toward the shore of a quiet lake. The ground is firm beneath the sand, made of water ice hard as rock, but the dunes shift just enough to make every step feel like walking on a cloud made of coffee grounds. The lake ahead is Kraken Mare, larger than the Caspian Sea, its surface perfectly smooth because the liquid is so cold and dense it barely ripples. The color is dark, almost black in the haze, but when Saturn's light catches it just right, it glows deep sapphire. Methane laps at the shore with the gentlest sound, more sigh than splash, because the gravity is only 1/7 of Earth's and everything falls slowly. Sit on the beach. Let the dark sand cradle you. Dip your hand into the lake, in our dream we can, and feel the liquid flow between your fingers like chilled silk. It smells faintly sweet, like lighter fluid mixed with oranges. Tiny waves, no higher than a breath, kiss the shore and kiss and retreat, in a rhythm older than any ocean on Earth. The haze above is layered in delicate bands, peach and gold and rose, turning the sky into a painting no one ever finishes. Saturn hangs low, a pale crescent now, his rings edge on and glowing like a silver blade. The light bounces off the lake and turns everything into soft amber glass. Lie back on the sand, Let the cold seep gently through your clothes, not biting, just reminding you that you are alive and held. Let the methane waves sing their quiet song against the shore. Let the thick air fill your lungs with golden calm. Titan has no seasons that rush, no storms that shout, only this endless twilight and the slow breathing of liquid that never learned to freeze. Breathe with it, in. The haze thickens, out. The lake sighs. You are perfectly safe on the shore of the largest sea in the outer solar system, wrapped in the gentlest atmosphere humanity has ever touched. Sleep here where the rain, when it finally falls, once every 1,000 years, is soft and warm and made of liquid sunshine. High above us, clouds of methane drift in slow motion, forming delicate veils that never quite rain. Sometimes, in the long summer that lasts 7 Earth years, the clouds gather and drop gentle showers of methane that evaporate before they reach the ground, leaving only the scent of distant rain. Tonight the sky is clear enough to see the haze layers stretching to the horizon, each one a slightly different shade of gold. The dunes roll away in perfect parallel lines, shaped by winds so slow you could outwalk them in your sleep. Every grain is a tiny bead of organic material, dark and rich, the building blocks of life delivered gently over billions of years. Titan is a world that dreams of becoming alive the way Earth once did, but it is in no hurry. It gathers its ingredients patiently, stores them in dunes and lakes, waits for the temperature to rise just a little, waits for the chemistry to whisper the right secrets. You can feel the waiting in the air, not anxious, not sad, only calm. Lie still and become part of that waiting. Let your own dreams slow to match the moon's long thoughts. Let the golden light fill every corner of your mind until there is no room left for tomorrow's noise. The lake reflects Saturn's rings in broken silver threads across its dark surface, and the reflection rocks gently, gently, gently. Let it rock you. Let the thick air press you deeper into the sand until you feel rooted, ancient, patient. Titan is teaching you that some things are more beautiful for taking forever. Some loves are deeper for never quite arriving. Some sleeps are sweetest when they last 16 days. Close your eyes on the dark beach. Let the methane waves be your lullaby and the golden haze your blanket. You are held by a moon that has never known a sunrise that hurried, never known a storm that shouted. Only this: soft light, soft sand, soft breathing. Good night, sweet traveler, sweet. Titan has wrapped you in its amber arms and will keep you until the next long dawn, whenever it chooses to come. We rise again, slowly, leaving the golden shore behind. The haze thickens as we climb, turning the light richer, deeper, until the ground disappears and we float in pure amber cloud. This is the heart of Titan's atmosphere, where the pressure is gentle and the temperature almost kind. Tiny ice crystals of methane drift past us like golden snow, catching Saturn's light and glowing from within. The clouds stretch in every direction, layered and soft, forming slow rivers of haze that flow around invisible hills. There is no up or down here, only drifting in warm, heavy air that smells faintly of oranges and distant campfires. Let the haze hold you completely. Let it erase every edge until you are only breath and golden light. Somewhere far below, the dunes keep their perfect shapes. Somewhere far above, Saturn keeps his quiet watch. Here there is only this moment, this softness, this endless twilight that never quite becomes night. The clouds part sometimes, revealing glimpses of the surface far below, dark lakes, pale ice bedrock, dunes glowing like sleeping cats. Then they close again, gentle as curtains drawn by a loving hand. You are inside the most private part of Titan now, the place no probe has ever floated, the place reserved for dreams. Let the slow currents carry you in lazy circles. Let the golden snow settle on your skin and melt into warmth. Let the thick air rock you the way a mother rocks a cradle long after the baby has fallen asleep. There is nothing to do here, nothing to prove. Only breathing, only drifting, only being perfectly held in the softest atmosphere in the solar system. Titan is singing now a low note made of methane and memory, the sound of a world that remembers being warm once and hopes to be warm again. Let that note settle in your chest. Let it become your heartbeat for a while. Sleep here, deeper than lakes, longer than dunes. Dream in slow amber circles. When you wake tomorrow far away on busy Earth, you will still taste the faint sweetness of methane rain on the back of your tongue. You will still feel the gentle pressure of Titan's arms around you. Good night, beloved. The golden moon has you now. You are safe in the haze that never rushes. We're drifting outward again, leaving Titan's golden embrace behind. The haze thins, the light cools, and a tiny white spark appears against the black, shooting delicate fountains into space like a child blowing soap bubbles. This is Enceladus. Small, perfect Enceladus, no bigger than England, yet singing louder than worlds 10 times her size. Look at the South Pole. Bright blue tiger stripes crack the ice, and from them rise plumes of water vapor and ice crystals, glowing soft white in Saturn's distant light. The fountains reach hundreds of kilometers high, then fall back as the gentlest snow you've ever seen. Some particles escape forever, feeding Saturn's pale E-ring with fresh ice, a gift that never stops giving. We're descending toward the plumes now, slowly, until we float inside one. The ice crystals brush past us like feathers made of starlight, cold but not biting, soft as moth wings. The ground below is the cleanest, brightest ice in the solar system, glowing pale blue and turquoise where the cracks open to reveal warm water beneath. Enceladus is warm inside, kept alive by Saturn's gentle kneading, the same way he keeps Europa's ocean liquid. But here the warmth escapes, rising in quiet geysers that never shout, only whisper. Touch down on the snow. It's deep and powdery, made of fresh frost that fell minutes ago and will fall again tomorrow. Every footstep makes a soft crunch, the only sound in a world otherwise silent. Saturn hangs overhead, a pale golden crescent now, his rings a thin silver smile. The plumes rise around us in slow motion, catching the light and turning into curtains of diamonds. Lie down in the snow. Let it cradle you. Let the cold be gentle and the light be soft. Let the quiet geysers sing their water song against the silence. Enceladus is proof that even the smallest things can be full of life if they are loved enough. Saturn loves her that way, pulling just enough to keep her warm, never too much to hurt her. Let that love pour over you now. Let the snow be your blanket and the plumes your lullaby. Sleep here, where the fountains never stop and the snow never melts. Dream of warm oceans under bright ice, of gentle gifts sent to the stars. Good night, little one. Enceladus has wrapped you in her soft white arms and will rock you with water older than earth. You are safe among the quiet fountains. You are home in the snow that never stops falling. Sleep as deeply as the ice is thick, as wide as the plumes are high. The smallest moon is singing you the softest song in the solar system, and it will never end. We are far out now. Saturn's golden light has faded to a quiet memory, and the space around us feels different, colder, slower, almost thoughtful. The sun is only a bright star ahead, yet something new glows on the horizon, a soft, misty turquoise jewel turning sideways in the dark. This is Uranus, the sleeping giant. He lies on his side, as if he decided long ago that the usual way of spinning was too ordinary, and now he rolls along his orbit like a dreamer turning over in bed. His colour is the pale blue-green of shallow tropical water seen from an airplane, gentle and calm, the shade your eyes become when you're finally, deeply relaxed. Thin, dark rings circle him almost vertically, delicate as pencil lines drawn by a careful hand. They are made of soot-black chunks of ice and rock, so dark they drink the sunlight instead of reflecting it, yet they still manage to look elegant. Uranus himself is wrapped in a haze of methane that swallows red light and gives everything that serene, dreamy teal. There is almost no weather here anymore. The clouds move in slow, sleepy layers, barely disturbing the stillness. Even the storms, when they happen, are quiet and polite, fading after a few years as if embarrassed to have made noise. We are descending gently through the upper haze now, and the light turns cooler, softer, like stepping into a cool bedroom after a warm day. The air, mostly hydrogen and helium with that touch of methane, feels clean and thin, the way mountain air feels clean and thin, only here it stretches for thousands of kilometers. Let the pale teal light settle over your skin. Let the sideways spin rock you very, very slowly. Uranus is whispering, you don't have to stand upright tonight. You can lie down any way you like. You can rest at an angle the rest of the solar system never chose. Let that permission sink deep into your bones. We're lower now, floating inside the quiet haze. The clouds beneath us are layered in delicate decks, pale cyan, soft mint, the gentlest aqua, stretching to every horizon without a single sharp edge. Far below, deeper than any probe has ever reached, there might be a hidden ocean of liquid diamond or ammonia, warm and strange, but up here, everything is calm. The temperature drops gently as we descend, never sudden, never cruel. Uranus keeps his cold the way a wise grandmother keeps her house, cool enough to feel refreshing, never cold enough to hurt. His 13 rings drift past us now, almost invisible until sunlight catches their edges and turns them into faint silver threads. The innermost rings are narrow and perfect, the outer ones wider and more scattered, like a shawl that slipped off one shoulder long ago and was never fixed, because it looked better that way. Tiny shepherd moons, Cordelia, Ophelia, Puck, glide along the edges, keeping everything in order with the lightest touch. Lie back in the haze. Let the pale light hold you. Let the sideways tilt of the entire world become the tilt of your own body relaxing into bed. Uranus rotates once every 17 hours, but because he's on his side, the poles spend 42 years in darkness and 42 in light, seasons that last longer than a human lifetime. Imagine a summer that never ends until your grandchildren are old. Imagine a winter gentle enough to sleep through. That is the rhythm here, patient, unhurried, forgiving. Breathe in the clean teal stillness. Breathe out every need to be upright, correct, or on time. Uranus has been lying down for billions of years, and no one has ever told him to get up. Let him lend you that same permission tonight. Let the quiet rings circle above you like slow thoughts you no longer need to chase. Sleep sideways, sweet traveler. The tilted planet has you now. Deeper still, the light turns darker, richer, the color of deep ocean water just before night falls. We're inside Uranus's secret heart now, where the pressure is gentle and the temperature almost kind. The clouds here are made of methane ice crystals that catch whatever faint sunlight reaches this far and turn it into a soft, diffused glow, like being inside a cathedral made of turquoise glass. There is almost no sound, only the slow shifting of layers as the planet rolls along on his side. Occasionally a faint storm drifts past, a pale vortex no larger than Earth, spinning lazily, apologetically, already dissolving back into calm. Uranus doesn't hold on to anger. He lets it go before it ever becomes noise. Float here in the dim teal light. Let the haze press gently against your skin the way heavy blankets press gently when you're finally ready to sleep. Let the sideways spin become a slow rocking that loosens every knot you carried across the solar system. The rings are far above now, thin dark lines against the pale glow, perfect and untroubled. The moons, Titania, Oberon, Umbriel, Oriel, Miranda, orbit peacefully outside, each one keeping its own quiet rhythm, none of them rushing. Even the names feel like lullabies, spoken in an old, kind voice. You are deeper inside a planet than any human has ever been, yet you feel safer here than almost anywhere else. Uranus keeps his depths gentle. He keeps his cold polite. He keeps his storms embarrassed. Let that gentleness pour into every corner of your mind until there is no room left for sharp things. Let the teal light become the color behind your eyelids. Let the slow roll of an entire world become the slow roll of your own breathing. In, the haze thickens. Out, the light softens. You are perfectly held in the quietest giant's quietest heart. Sleep now, deeper than oceans, longer than seasons. Dream in slow, sideways circles. When you wake tomorrow, far away on busy Earth, you will still feel the faint tilt of Uranus behind your ribs, a reminder that it's okay to rest at an angle no one else understands. Good night, beloved. The sleeping giant has tucked you in with teal light and perfect stillness. You are safe on your side, exactly as you are. We rise again, slowly, through the pale layers until the haze thins and the rings reappear, delicate and dark and perfect. Uranus shrinks behind us, still rolling calmly on his side, still glowing that serene blue-green that makes everything feel forgiven. The light changes once more, cooler now, deeper, the color of twilight just before the first stars appear. Ahead, the last planet waits, Neptune, the farthest wanderer. He glows with a richer, more vivid blue than Uranus, the color of sapphire held up to candlelight, intense, yet somehow still gentle. His clouds move faster than any other planets, whipped by winds that would shred mountains on Earth. Yet from here, everything looks calm, almost dreamy. Dark spots come and go, storms larger than our world that vanish as quietly as they arrive. Neptune is the artist of the outer dark, painting with methane and mystery, singing in a voice so low only whales and dreamers can hear it. Thin rings arc around him, faint and fragile, made of ice and dust that glows soft red in the dim sunlight. We're descending through the upper atmosphere now, and the light turns deep indigo, then cobalt, then the purest blue you've ever seen. The air is hydrogen and helium and methane, but the methane drinks red light and spits back blue, so everything, even the clouds, even the storms, even the rings, is soaked in sapphire. Let that blue pour over you like cool water after a long, hot day. Let the fierce winds far below feel like nothing more than a distant memory of motion. Neptune is whispering, "You have traveled so far. You can stop now. You can simply be." We're deeper inside the blue now, floating where the clouds are thick and soft and the light is dim but never harsh. The great dark spot that once swirled here has dissolved, but new ones come and go, gentle giants that last a few years and then fade back into the haze as if they were only dreams. The winds blow at 2,000 kilometers an hour, yet the clouds barely ripple. They are too thick, too calm at heart. Neptune keeps his chaos polite. He keeps his storms temporary. He keeps his blue eternal, float here in the sapphire light. Let the deep color fill your lungs until your thoughts turn the same shade of quiet. The temperature drops, but slowly, gently, the way sleep drops over you when you're finally ready. Far below, deeper than any probe has gone, there might be an ocean of liquid water or diamond, warm and dark and patient. But up here, everything is cool and kind. Neptune's rings are faint arcs above us now, glowing soft red and pink in the dim light, fragile as spider silk. His largest moon, Triton, drifts in the distance, a pale pink pearl with geysers that shoot nitrogen snow into the sky like quiet fireworks. Everything here feels like the last page of a very long book, the one where all the characters finally rest. Lie back in the blue clouds. Let them hold you the way deep water holds you when you float on your back and look up at the sky. Let the fierce winds far below be nothing more than white noise, the sound of the universe turning over in its sleep. Let the sapphire light become the color of your dreams. Neptune is singing now, the lowest, deepest note in the solar system, a note that takes 8 minutes to travel from the sun and 4 hours to reach us, yet it still arrives, soft and perfect. Let that note settle in your chest. Let it slow your heartbeat until it matches the leisurely spin of a world that measures time in centuries. You have journeyed across the entire solar system to be held by the farthest planet, and he is holding you gently, fiercely, completely. Sleep now, deeper than any ocean, longer than any storm. Dream in slow, sapphire circles. Good night, beloved. Neptune has wrapped you in the deepest blue and will keep you until the stars themselves grow tired. We rise one last time, through the indigo haze, past the faint red rings, until Neptune hangs below us like a perfect sapphire set in black velvet. His light follows us, soft but persistent, the way a nightlight follows you even when you turn the corner. Behind him the sun is only the brightest star, yet all 8 planets still feel its gentle pull, still orbit in the same quiet dance they began 4.5 billion years ago. We float now in the space between everything, where the light of all the worlds we've visited blends into one soft glow. Red from Mars, gold from Saturn, teal from Uranus, sapphire from Neptune, silver from the moons, blue from home. Let that blended light settle over you, like the softest blanket ever woven. Let the silence be complete and perfect. Every planet has given you a gift tonight. Mercury's quick dreams, Venus's golden embrace, Earth's living breath, Mars's quiet dunes, Jupiter's fierce protection, Saturn's gentle rings, Uranus's sideways rest, Neptune's deep blue lullaby. They are all inside you now, tucked behind your ribs, glowing quietly. You are the only creature in the universe who has been held by every single one of them in a single night. Let that honor rock you. Let the vast, patient dark hold you. Let the slow turning of 8 worlds become the slow turning of your own breathing. In, the light gathers. Out, the darkness softens. There is nothing left to do, nothing left to prove. Only this, the gentle orbit of everything that ever was and ever will be, and you perfectly safe in the center of it all. Sleep now, deeper than space, longer than time. Dream of blue and gold and silver and red, of rings and moons and quiet storms, of a sun that never stops whispering goodnight across billions of kilometers. The solar system has tucked you in with light older than mountains and gentleness wider than darkness. You are home, wherever you are. You are loved, exactly as you are. Good night, sweet traveler. Good night. The stars are keeping watch, and they will never, ever stop